Now, this is exciting as the Avs begin their season in dominant fashion, taking a 4-1 win over the LA Kings and starting off the season hot for several of their main key guys. And overall, it was a great Tuesday night to watch. If you guys even stayed up that late, because it was a unfortunate 8:30 game, but if you guys want to know about all things Avalanche, you are in the right place. This is Avalanche Digest. We love to talk with you about all things Avalanche. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing coming out of here. And let's just talk about this amazing game. In this game, it was a fairly dominant performance, even when the Avs only put up about 25 shots. Again, first night of the season, but the chances that the Avs did have, they looked pretty great. That first period, really, it was pretty slow for the Avalanche for a while. The LA Kings were pretty much doing what they wanted at will until really you saw this one specific play, we'll call it, by Josh Manson. And he absolutely leveled Warren Foegele. And that was really the kerosene that just ignited this entire team. And ever since then, they were playing great. You saw that second line with Gabe Landeskog, Nelson, and Nichushkin really get it going for the Avs. They started getting some good chances. And from there, the Avs started to fight back. After the first period, coming into the second, the Avs took off. I'll show you the scoring card right here, and we'll just kind of break down the goals in general here. I mean, you can see Martin Necas, first goal of the Avalanche season and the best Avs player in this game. He was fantastic. He gets that first goal from a good feed from MacKinnon. He buries it, just absolutely rips it. Credit to TJ Oshie on the broadcast for breaking down this goal in general. I thought it was really interesting how he described how he manipulated the stick with his blade and was able to change the direction of the puck and fool Darcy Kuemper. I thought that was really interesting, and it was a cool breakdown by a former NHL player. And then from there, the floodgates opened. You saw Sam Malinsky had a great seeing eye shot through like at least three people that were working the screen, beats Darcy Kuemper clean. And then from there, you saw the Martin Necas show basically take off. I mean, you saw that he had another power play goal, really just solidified and took this game out of play in the third period. You had Artturi Lehkonen with a absolutely magical feed from Cale Makar. It was really just a fun game to watch. It was Avalanche hockey. It was the top guys dominating. You even saw Brock Nelson get involved on that power play. The power play is an interesting thing. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but they did go about 1 for 6 on the night. Not the best, but you did see some good system there that you want to see great moving forward. Something that you loved for the system, though, was this Avalanche penalty kill. You can see the penalty minutes were insane this game. It was going back and forth. The Avs had 13 penalty minutes. The LA Kings had 17. They even had a 5-on-3, which is where their lone goal came from Kevin Fiala. Fantasy League loves that. The Avs probably not so much, but you did see that with the shots department, it was pretty low, 25-23. Face-offs were fairly even. The LA Kings edged it out just a bit. But you did see the Avs basically go almost perfect on that penalty kill until it was a 5-on-3. I don't really blame the penalty kill for that. But really, you saw a great defensive effort by several of the penalty killers. Both units were clicking, so you love what you see in that department. You want a little bit better for your power play. And speaking of that power play, you did see, obviously, Martin Necas had that lone absolute snipe goal. Showing it here for you guys. It was a great shot in general, and it's not that complicated of a play. I mean, they win the face-off. Martin Necas walks in and just wires a puck, and you liked what you saw from several of the guys. And you liked the moments that the power play had. I liked Martin Necas' deployment on it. He was really formless, like I said, that the Avs should probably do. He was either in MacKinnon's spot. He was trading places with MacKinnon. He was either at kind of the point helping with Makar. He was on the other side, on the right side. They were moving him everywhere. And with a guy with such great skating like Martin Necas, I really see the appeal of doing that. I liked a lot of what the power play had to offer. They were whipping the puck around. They really just need to focus on shooting and getting the quality chances. But then again, even the chances they did have were pretty good. You saw Drew Doughty stop basically a for sure goal on that Avalanche power play. So I'm not too upset with it, but I do want to see it improve. Obviously, 1-for-6 is not the best. But speaking of how everyone did, I wanted to look at this chart for you guys. This comes courtesy of the hockey stat cards, and they basically break down how each player did. You can see Martin Necas and Cale Makar leading the way as your best offensive players. Arturi Lehkonen was great, had that beautiful tap-in goal. Nathan MacKinnon, even while probably not playing that well of a game, was still good offensively. You saw Devon Taves and Josh Manson and Sam Malinsky also had a great game, which is fantastic to see because Sam Malinsky did not really have that good of a preseason. So the fact that he is able to get a good goal and really have a good offensive impact, that's what you want to see from a guy like Sam Malinsky. Brock Nelson, you can see, was up there as well. And you might be looking at that Landeskog and Nichushkin and say, oh, they didn't really do that well. Actually, that Nelson, Landy, and Nichushkin line was playing really well. They were dominating possession numbers. They were dominating scoring chances against. They only had like 4 attempts, I saw, against, and only 2 actual shots on goal. So they were completely defensive stalwarts. It's really just the biggest problem that kind of was you saw in the playoffs is that second line's got to learn how to score. And there's a lot of potential there. I'm not worried about it, but you want to see them really start clicking throughout the course of this regular season because once that second line gets going, this team is going to be virtually unstoppable. You can see that third line struggled a little bit. You can see Gavin Brindley was really good in this game. If you guys watch the game, he was everywhere. That motor he has is quite honestly remarkable to see how hard that kid works. And you can see here, I wanted to highlight the ice time for these guys. It was fairly balanced. I mean, Nathan MacKinnon only played 20 minutes, low for his standards. You can see guys like Lehkonen and Nelson getting the most out of the entire team. Cale Makar does play his average 23 minutes. That's just always going to happen. But overall, a fairly low workload for everybody playing in this game. And I really like the potential for that. Jared Bednar felt no concern rolling all 4 lines. You love to see it. Really, for me, the one negative in this game is that third line. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think it looked fairly pedestrian. It didn't really have the best chances. I saw Ross Colton and Jack Drury combine early on, so I like those two's chemistry, but Victor Olofsson, I did not notice that much in this game. He had some shots towards the end, but really, with a guy like Gavin Brindley playing so well and showing that he is scratching and clawing for an NHL spot, just continuing his great momentum for the preseason, he's kicking down the door and someone's got to go. I mean, if the Avalanche are actively having a really tough decision of what to do with this kid, I think he'll be great if you send him down to the AHL, but frankly, I don't know. I would love to see him have a chance on that third line with Colton and Jack Drury, but frankly, I'm hyped for this lineup. I think it had a great showing against the LA Kings. I want to see them continue the momentum against the Utah Mammoth on Thursday. I will be bringing you guys more news coverage when that happens, but that's going to do it for this episode, Avs Nation. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one.